Okay, hello everyone, it's S-Link. Um, Welcome back to Coding Session Episode 3. Um, I just got a gaming headset with a pretty decent mic, so I should sound, I guess, a little bit louder, if not a little bit more clear and with less static. Um, I do have people sleeping in my house, so I'm trying to be a little bit quiet. So I apologize if I am whispering a little bit. But we're back in Codingbat, Java, Warmup 1, and we're going to be doing missing character, frontBack, and front3 for this episode of Coding Session. Let me adjust my sensor bar here. Okay, cool. So for the first activity, or first problem, given a non-empty string and int n, return a new string where the character at index n has been removed. So we have to remove a specific character. So what we're going to do, or I should continue reading, the value of n will be the valid index of the character in the original string. So the hint's not really, n will be in the range of 0 to strength, str.length minus 1 inclusive. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Well, we can capture the first part of the string all the way up to before the character we're trying to move, and then capture the last bit of the string after the character we're trying to move. So we can go ahead and create two local string variables in the method. String first is equal to str.substring 0 to n. So that's going to capture all the characters stored into first, all the way up to before the character we're trying to move, which is at index n. Now we're just going to do string second is equal to str.substring n plus 1, because we don't want to capture the string we're trying to remove. So we do n plus 1 to str.length. And then the rest should be self-explanatory. Return first plus second, cognate the two local variable strings. And as you can see, we have passed the test. Right, next is frontBack. So given a string, return a new string where the first and last characters have been exchanged. So we have to swap the first and last characters. Kind of similar to the previous example, except we're going to have one more local variable, which is capturing all the characters and storing into a string local variable. All the characters before the first and last character. So we're just going to do string first is equal to str.substring 0. Now I'm going to run the code, and there's going to be a couple tests failing. I'll show you exactly why. I just want to show you guys why it failed. String middle is equal to str.substring 1 to str.length minus 1, because we don't want to include the last character. And then string last is equal to str.substring str.length minus 1 str.length. This will capture the last string and store into string last, and we simply just do return last plus middle plus first. I did make a mistake in string first. If we do just use the substring method in the string object or string class, and just use the method that contains only one argument, whatever index you put, let's say we put 0, it's going to capture CODE, the whole string. If we put 1, it's going to capture ODE. So we have to make sure we use the method with 2 arguments and do 0 to 1, which will capture the first string. So as you see, we do have most of the tests passing besides some exceptions, which is index out of bounds exceptions. I wanted to show you guys this. So we have to go ahead and check if the string's length is greater than 1, because string first and string middle is given in the out of bounds exception. So we want to only go ahead and run this method if the length of the string is greater than 1. If not, we're just going to simply return the string the way it is. And as you can see, we got that all correct. So moving on to the final activity for this episode, which is front3. This is actually very, very simple. So given a string, we'll say that the front is the first 3 characters of the string. If the string is less than, or length is less than 3, the front is whatever's there. So simply, we're going to go ahead and check if the string's length is greater than 3. And then if it is, this is pretty simple. We just do return str.substring from 0 to 3. 3 being exclusive in the substring method, so it's going to capture 0, 1, 2, which is the first 3 characters of the string. And then we pretty much just copy this, copy and paste. And then if the string's length is not greater than 3, we just simply return str.substring str.substring 0 to str.length, and then we copy and paste this as well twice. We cognate the result, and this method will, if the string's length is greater than 3, it's going to capture the first 3 characters, or not capture, we're not capturing anything, we're returning the first 3 characters 3 times. If not, we're returning whatever's there 3 times. And as you can see, all correct. So, thank you guys for watching this episode of Coding Session, episode 3, obviously. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and peace.